Okay. Okay, so in our previous video, we talked about transforming something. Transforming what I've selected. In order to affect something, I need to select something. So let's review a few things here. I could select just the Joker shadow layer and just move that shadow. I could do that, right? Or I can select just the top layer, command click, and I can just move this. That means the light source is coming from over here. Okay? Or I can go and I can feather the selection. Now, in this particular case, what I want to have happen here, I want to move them both together. So I hold down the Shift key. I have Joker selected. I hold down the Shift key and I select Joker Shadow. Now, they're selected, therefore they can be affected. In order to affect something, I need to select something. Okay, so I can transform this. Transformation means that I can skew it, I can scale it, I can rotate it. So I'm just going to take the whole entire object and put the whole entire image rather, and put it roughly in the center here. Now I can align it to the center from here. We'll talk about that later. So if I simply hit Command key T for Macintosh, Control key T for Windows. Now pay close attention here. By default, this is going to transform it from the center point, which in this particular case is totally fine. Or I can transform it from the bottom right or the top left. So this icon is going to change based on where you click right here. So we're going to hold down our Shift key to constrain this, and we're going to make this smaller. Now keep in mind, very important step here, guys, this is a pixel-based program, an image-based program. So pixels are not very flexible when it comes to making them too big. It gets pixelated. It's not a vector, it's a pixel. If this is Illustrator, Illustrator is vectors. Vectors are objects. Objects can be the size of the Chrysler building. Objects can be the size of a Buick. But pixels, depending on your screen resolution, you can't make them too big unless the resolution supports that. We'll talk about that in another video. So in this particular case, I hit Command T. Now, extremely important step here, guys. If you don't hit the return key and OK these changes, you're totally stuck. I can't do anything. Okay? I can't. If I try to do something else in here, nothing's available to me. So you have to hit the return key to OK those changes. So once you've made a change here, I wanted the return key to OK the changes. I can either hit the return key or I can double click, whatever is simpler for you. Now again, Shift key constrains, and if I put my cursor right here, notice it turns into a bendy arrow, which is for rotating. And if I hold down the Shift key, I can rotate this to 45 or 90 degree angle, increments of 25. Okay, so I'm going to rotate this roughly right about there and hit the return key. Okay, now pop quiz. All right, I decided that I don't like this brown. In fact, more specifically, the client said I don't like this brown. So how can I change that? Well, in order to affect it, I need to select it, which means I need to not select the shadow. I just want to select Joker. Now that it's selected, it can be affected. So if you want to fill the Joker with, say, this pinkish color, I'm going to pick that as my foreground color. Now again, to review from a previous video, Option delete is foreground color. Command delete is background color. Shift delete equals edit fill. Dialog box for choices. So again, if you hit Option delete, thinking that, hey, I want to fill this with pink. Well, bad idea, because it's going to fill the whole thing with pink because you forgot to select something. In order to affect the layer, you need to select the layer. But in this particular case here, by selecting nothing, I get everything. Okay, so how do I target the layer? I select the layer, and I can simply say Command key click. Command key click loads the layer. The layer is now loaded. And I can either do it that way, or I can go to my wand tool, and I can select it that way. But I don't want to do that. I want to teach you production technique. Shortcuts, simple, fast ways of doing this. It's simply Command click. Now I can go to my foreground color and Option delete. Simple, simple, simple. Command D. Now let's undo this for a second. Command Option Z undoes, because Command Z is just going to toggle between this and this, this and this. We want to do backwards. Command Option Z goes back to where we started. Now, you want to have different versions of this, then here's how you can do this. I can have Joker 1, Joker 2, Joker 3, etc., etc. I could simply take this and drag it down to the new layer icon. And that creates Joker copy, which we can call Joker. Let's call this Joker pink. Now, what is Joker pink? Command click and Option delete. Then I could drag this down to here, and I can call that Joker green. And what is Joker green? Now keep in mind it's still selected, guys, right? It's still selected, so I can just pick green and Option delete. So just like that, you have different colors that I can see. Now, important production technique. Let's say that you had, I'm going to save these changes. Let's say that you had a bunch of different layers, a layer on top of a layer on top of a layer on top of a layer. Well, it's going to get very tedious for you to go click, 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 and take the layers off. So what I want to do is options for choices, choices for options. That's the Option key. The Option key gives you more choices in Macintosh. On Windows, it's the Alt key, alternative choices, by holding down the Alt key. So if I just want to see pink right now and not see anything else, I can just hold down the Option key and click the eyeball. That's simply going to show me pink. If you just want to see green or brown, Option key, brown. Now if you just want to see green, well, green's on top. So green, you can just basically say green selected. So I can just keep green selected there. Okay. So again, Option key turns off, Option key turns back on. So it's a toggle. So if all your layers were on by default, so all my layers are on, and I just want to see pink, Option key click. It toggles off, toggles on, wax off. Okay, now let's understand something. We duplicated the image, but we didn't duplicate the shadow. I want to be extremely clear about that. We made a background color. When we duplicated the outline of the Joker, we didn't duplicate the layer for the shadow. Now, we could have done that, but we didn't do that. Okay, so I just want to share with you, we're just going to, just because we can, we're going to turn that Joker layer off, Joker shadow off, so I don't need to see it. So now I can take green and put green here. I could put pink, Command key click. I could put pink here, Command key click, put brown here. Now again, why did I have to do Command key click? Because I need to target that layer. I don't want to have to go here to target the layer. I need to be in my Move tool, and I simply hold down the Command key. Whenever I hold down the Command key, look over here to the right. Wherever I click is going to select that target layer, because A, I'm in the Move tool, B, I held down the Command key. Macintosh, that would be Command key. Windows, that would be the Control key. Okay, now what we're going to do is make clone copies of these layers in our next video.